everybody. How is everybody this evening? Everybody's
Great.
so quiet. Like, here we are. I was like, nobody's talking to me tonight. We are at the end of January. Is that why everybody's so quiet? Everybody's tired? You made it to the end of the month? It
So that's
is
what it is.
Friday. Well, you looking forward to that in the next couple of weeks. Will you all be watching that?
Yes. I probably will check it out. I like stuff like that.
I'm gonna be checking that out. So cheers to
her to have, just take a break.
That's my concern is he's at the age where young people can be very suicidal, can get into drugs, alcohol, anything. So, and he doesn't have his parents to guide.
Like a little bit of sisters.
Sister wives about one husband and his four wives. Now, sister wives, unfortunately, probably one wife.
Really? I ain't got no sister mamas.
My God.
But the Browns have pushed the agenda that in mid-season, the second wife left, and it ended with the first wife leaving him. So now he's down to just one wife. He lost 3 wives.
Be in a polygamous relationship and ended up back in a monogamous relationship.
And what's so funny is the fourth wife was the one who really, really, really wanted the polygamy. She is so mad. All these women have left her with this man. And she is like, I do not want a monogamous. You all have left me with him, and I do not want him by myself.
She wanted the sisters? She wanted the sisters?
She wanted the sisters.
Poor
if it was true religion, then why don't any of your children follow you?
It's a pastor too. It's a pastor who talks about being an Israelite. I think he got like 50 wives. His older kids don't have nothing to do with him.
50? Nobody needs that. You ain't King Solomon?
Yeah, he needs it now. He needs it.
That is too many. No, he don't.
You couldn't even talk me into that. No.
Who becomes wife 45? What do you say when you like you gonna be 45th? You gonna be number 49. You the last one. You 50. Like
they really.
If this was a healthy polygamy relationship, they wouldn't be on reality TV because they'd be like, no, I want to keep it private.
I mean, I understand people can have whatever situations they want, but I want to ask them after being married for 45 years and being with daddy 50 years.
Absolutely not. I'm against it. I'm not. What happened to that man's children? What about that man's Chantilly? Oh, did you ask the question yet? I'm sorry.
She was ready. She was raring to go. She was like,
religions like Israelites, Rastafarian, different thing is that they really go back to that's the Old Testament. That's biblical. That that God actually set things up that way. And I'm just saying, I mean, I've been honest in saying I was in a relationship with someone who really tried that with me. And so I've read the scripture, I get that, but I'm just saying, I know for me, I just couldn't be talked into it. I just think, I don't see how it can be healthy. And even though you're telling me these scriptures in the Bible, I still know those same scriptures about those same people who weren't happy.
Yes. There's an Israelite group that I watched about 3 years ago, and one man said somebody has to tell the truth. We started teaching this, and we started trying to live it. All these men were there dressed up in their, garb, and they said all of our wives left because some of the Mormon groups that I watched a few years ago, they've known nothing else but that, and they're leaving. They don't want it anymore. They want something different. And so if you get somebody born into it, or honestly, some of the pimps, I'm talking about old school, down, cold, hard pimps, they approach young girls
of girlfriends or family members that helped raise kids. They interacted generally, some messy ones, but generally they interacted with it for me. But I do know there are people that are perfectly happy. Everybody's doing what they doing. Nobody is being
around. Just that factor alone is not healthy.
Yeah.
No. That sounds like any small issue being on reality TV would have made it 100 times worse.
That's right.
They could have quietly worked through it if it was they making everything worse.
Yes.
So. I'm not trying to be polygamous with anybody though. I ain't trying to be number 2, 50, 62, 30, 35, none. Where it was a guy that was getting ready to marry another wife. But he didn't just say, okay, I have another wife. Mm-hmm. He had to be able to, before they even allowed him to get the new wife coming in, what to do, what's expected, everything was the first wife, the head wife, and the family, like the women in the family. Mm-hmm. The older women in the family, helped her get ready, told her what she should do, all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't this whole, we just gonna get little young girls and they're gonna fit. You're discussing if they even really want to be in it, like what it's really gonna be about, what it's gonna take. So I'm like, this whole messy thing on Sister Wives, that was a mess to begin with. Because he was just preying on women. That's why I fell apart. That's why I fell apart.
On the show, they're not even choosing to be filmed anymore.
They don't want any part of it. I'm getting too depressed to talk about finances.
We're moving on.
Maddie Ziegler. You do know where? Like, yeah, she's big now. We heard about her from where? Like, it's several dancers from her studio that have went on to do amazing things, and y'all can say, oh, it's just their talent. Okay.
And Maddie has been her name and saying Abby Lee didn't do any
of her videos and on tour and everything. So a door was open somewhere. Sometimes you gotta appreciate that door, even if you don't like the person.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't just spit and step somebody.
Not today, but your bill will still be due every month.
Thank you.
Because that's the one I found out.
And sat herself right back down with the other mothers.
Because it wasn't even just that she had to still pay the monthly. We could work.
So Abby was like, "You not heard him?"
No. Because she was like, she said, if you pull her out, I spent time. I had a seat. I could have had somebody else in here.
And there's a waiting list. But there was a waiting list at that time. Somebody else could take this spot.
Yep. No. She was like, wow. She basically said, you owe me for the spot I didn't give somebody else. So go ahead and pull her. Our mama said, never mind.
All right. So this January is National Brain Teasers Month. And before we get into our vision, promise.
Mama on top of that.
Am I the only one here?
You on top of like, I was like, news, no, they money, because I ain't that's why she here. I saw her video, I saw her signal go down, her video froze.
No, that's right. I wanted to make sure that I give a shout out to my friend at Young's Beauty Supply, Mr. Steve, who I am now making sure that I get my new hair from. I love my new hair. I've been wanting to get this particular wig blend for a long time. This muted ombre color. I have actually been nervous. So if you all like it, please let me know if you like it. I know that I'm real big on the purple, but this has been like a lot for me. But I have been nervous and want to try different things. And one of the things that I said this year, like I've been a big proponent of trying new things when I've tried all the different shades of purple over the last 7 years to match it, the different colors in my hair. But I actually got my wig, my makeup, my eyelashes. I couldn't make it to the nail salon, so I actually got my fingernail. I'm gonna turn it over to Chantilly, and she's gonna share her. She put the glasses on.
Oh no!
represent freedom, and it's freedom from a lot of a freedom from looking at my astrology. Manifesting.
You got it. Manifesting. I know that's one of the words my teeth and lips and tongue be like, nah, not today, son.
so with
It's my vision board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Really? I'm gonna ask you to not.
Really? I see jaws and teeth happening. I see jaws and teeth. Is it good at least? Is it Chinese food?
Egg rolls and red sauce. I told John, I was like, I need some egg rolls and some crab rangoon. You don't even understand how.
I'm over here. I'm over here talking to them.
It's so serious.
So your 50 thing, Shani?
With egg rolls and red sauce. And the crab rangoon.
Yeah, what I was saying was a lot of them are personal, were in my vision board.
Okay. Well, that's fine then.
Oh my.
You can't mukbang for the rest of us. It's all right.
I don't even eat until after the show on Friday. She did I was on mukbang.
And I was supposed to talk about faith over fear in my 50 things. Are you specifically faith over fear when it comes to me?
Just how you use faith over fear and bringing to pass your vision and goals.
Okay. Some of the 50. Y'all ain't gonna get on my 50 because some stuff ain't for
What? You holding back your 50 things?
Some stuff is for Jesus. It ain't for you.
Oh, God.
But I would say using faith over believing for. So really just making sure that I'm really believing in pure faith. That's just believe it's done. Believe you when you're asking for it, you're believing for it. Your happiness, this is it. If I don't, if you believing for it, you're believing for it. It's not any doubts. It's not any other caveats. It's not anything else. It's just that one thing only, and you just throw off. And it's really being aware of your mind and what you're thinking. Like you don't when you have to when you really turn your faith and ear into yourself. And really pay attention to what you're thinking and what you're going to be like, oh, okay, no, that was some doubt.
Yeah.
So it's really just making sure. Sometimes you have to start over because you messed up. you thought you was good to go, and it's like, oh no, you messed. You got to start back over because you threw in too much doubt and everything else with that. So it's really just that's really and. I'm able to talk to my pastors in-house. So really just being able to, talk to them and really listen to what pray and how should I, that, all that kind of stuff is, really what I do especially when I'm really trying to burrow down and drill down into one thing I'm really trying to believe for, just really make sure I'm saying the same things. Because sometimes I think I'm right. I've thought I've been right, and it's like, no. That's not, shouldn't be saying that. But when it comes to my 50, some of the 50 things, it's been losing 50 pounds in a year. And some church and also Chantilly helps explaining, I forgot exactly what it was, but making sure your goals are, I don't know if it was attainable, or not attainable, that's not what I'm thinking about. But just making sure your goals are
achievable.
There it is. Both of those. Realistic and achievable. You don't want to just say, oh, I want to lose, 200 pounds. And okay, well, Maybe 200.
You ain't lost 5.
Like, because you're gonna, the first time you gain 2 pounds, you're gonna be like, well, never mind. So start, work somewhere and then work from there. So, like, I lose 50 pounds in a year. I've so far I've lost about 5 pounds in a month. So, hey, yay. I'm like, yay. Whatever it is, like, a pound is a pound is a pound.
5 pounds is a lot of weight. If you hold 5 pounds, that's a weight.
Exactly. And a lot of that is, it helped with changing my diet and not, it really is a mindset when you get into a healthy mindset, not a diet mindset. I've learned is thinking of a way, don't punish yourself for doing something you shouldn't do, or you gain a pound.
Right.
You're not helping. So it's just really just, doing that and just, okay, I gained 2 pounds from last time I weighed. Keep going. Don't even think about it. Keep it. It just keep going until you get to the goal you want to be. To be financially independent is one of mine. To be wealthy. My car repainted royal blue with a chrome package. Whatever car I have, it could be another one. Completely healed and healthy. That's something, just I don't talk, it's not a secret, but I'm like, I was born with eczema. I never claim it, but I was born with eczema. So just to make, that's one of the things I'm just like, I want it completely gone. It is a lot better than it was, especially my sister. That's how between me and Jesus. To be a published writer. Y'all know about that. That's between me and Jesus. Jesus, no, he got it. A professional writer, unlimited imagination. That's one of the ones. Just because to write, I have to be able to imagine. I have to be able to create the stories I want, or more stories, and not be able to like burn myself out on one story and it's like, oh, all right, another thing. So that's one of them. I'm not gonna go through all because it's actually more than 50. So I'm not.
No, just do whatever you're comfortable with.
One. I'm not gonna go through one of y'all. Be around night. Another one I wrote was to meet and exceed work goals. That one was completed and I didn't even realize it. And I keep new projects at work. I keep getting and I never taught. They actually have me writing ad copy now at work.
Oh, okay.
So that's something I do now at work, and they keep asking me to do different projects I see at work. So that's something. To have no unhealthy habits. I think I'm going to say no unhealthy eating habits, but I might have said no unhealthy habits. I'm not sure. But that's helped because salads and fruit smoothies. So that is going towards that, of just having more healthy habits. I've cut back on how much sugar I even want on my goals daily. That's something I've started back the beginning of this year. And it does make a difference to write down what you want to do, what you need to do, everything like that. It does help to have a schedule and writing down everything. So, and the journal every day. That's something I started back to. Those are, for my 50. And, just is, everything is not going to be what some people consider major. Like everything's not going to be, I want $1 million. But something is just going to be small, quick. Some people think maybe. So it's just, so it's something you just need to look at. It's like, well, that's more finances. Obviously, right. You can't just cash out the money from your IRA. You shouldn't. But it's, that's one thing that's on my list is money is drawn to me easily and frequently. And so it's just like, it's money places that I have that I just might not think about, and it's the saving check I have to look at, like, help me grow it because I'm not looking at it. It's just on my check when I check. So, that's even part of my I say 50, but it's more than 50.
All right, I'm ready for mine.
You ready for yours?
Wonderful.
Right. Let me get to it.
It's Angelique's. I almost don't want to put it up. It's infuriating.
I know, right? Like she went, she almost she was done, but didn't share with nobody. Now I'm like,
I know.
I thought y'all was gonna be like mine, so I didn't think nothing about it. I was like, oh, they got one.
The sound technician. She's the one who gets it, who's just always understood it. She's that's what God has put her on this earth to do, right? So while all of us, she's on this earth to do, right? And so I understand that I'm on this earth. Like one of the things God created me for is creativity and artistically. I think artistically, I move artistically, I breathe. I try to get away from it. It draws to me. And when I'm not dealing with dance and the arts, I'm working with kids. When I don't want to work with kids want to with me. And my mom is here. She can tell you when I'm like, I am done working with kids. I'm only gonna say this a couple times this year now. I'll be 45 in 3 months. So I'm getting.
If you be 45, Shawty be 40. I don't understand the math because I'll only be 25.
Yeah. Okay. Stop that. Now. We're not. My kids are grown. I'm feeling like I put my time in. And when I was younger, I could get on the floor and roll around with the little kids and do all the stuff with kids. My bones don't work like they used to work. My joints don't to me. But I promise you, if I walk outside my front door right now, kids will be in my front yard just because I'm in my front yard. I can be in the grocery store and kids like my hair, kids like my fingernails talk to me. So I understand why I'm on this earth, and whatever you're on this earth to do, fall in love with it, because God gave it to you. God gave you that purpose. And even though I was in somebody's purpose and when it's not. So when it's your purpose, then pour yourself into it. Give yourself to it. And when you give yourself to it, it will give itself back to you. It will give itself back to you in reward. It will give itself back to you in doors opening. It will give itself back to you financially. It will give itself back to you in every way that you need it to, and you will grow from that. So that's what I wanted to share with you in purpose. And anytime that I come away from my life's purpose, I am so unhappy. I am so literally miserable on my own cosmetics line, to own my own hairline, to be happily married, to vacation on a private yacht. If I'm gonna be on a yacht, I'd just be by myself. Go on vacation with my children, to host National Dance Ministry Conference, to purchase a French again. I used to be fluent in French, believe it or not.
You really were.
Now.
I used to love when daddy had you come up and speak French. I'd be like, ooh.
So when the tone is from my work, a couple of these things are personal.
That's what it sounded like to me when I was little. It sounded pretty, but it sounded like
I'm gonna cap it off right there. But some of those are things I think so grand, and that's part of my life's purpose. I understand part of my life's purpose is so much for people. And so it is to give my life away and to touch other people's lives. And so I'll give you one of my other ones. It is to learn how to play chess. And I was supposed to do that during this darn pandemic.
I've seen you on that one.
Do it.
We might be going back into. I'm trying to. Y'all gonna make this.
I'm feeling kind of pandemic. So I'm gonna get on this YouTube.
Get swirly.
I'm gonna get on Beyonce's internet. And I'm gonna learn this chess. But having said that,
if YouTube acts squirrely, I'm just saying. So I'm trying to avoid certain words. But we might be going into another penny in South Carolina. So we might me and you.
We gonna learn it.
We might do some virtual chess. Just some virtual room to
turn this over
night
to Mom.
4. I don't know.
And now that we have talked about our visions, our goals, and our dreams, let's get financially well. We're going to turn it over to you, Mom.
Computer, and I'm so happy. I wanted you all to see these sparkles on my head thing. And see, now I'm in
so
the light and you can see it. I'm so happy about that. Right. All right. Now I can show you this too. Okay. I have to put on headphones and mess up my
Oh Lord.
We got people who was paying. Thank you all so much for being with us tonight. Thank you for letting our family be your family, and you all have a wonderful night.